Hello, and welcome back to Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. I don't know if we're gonna finish the game in this episode, but I try to get as far as I can. So if I remember correctly, we were at the Rahab's area. Yeah. So Rahab is actually the only vampire from the whole series that can withstand water and has actually adapted to his water surroundings. So yeah, we're gonna have some fish people here.
Once a sanctuary against the vampire menace, this abbey has been drowned by the deluge spilling from this wounded land. Your brother Rahab and his brood, devastated even by the feeble rays of Nosgoth's sun, overcame their vulnerability to water and retreated from the surface. Now they haunt these ruins and glide in the darkness of its stagnant depths.
So yeah, they've adapted to the water, so that'll be fun. Whoa, fuck! And yeah, it is a bit difficult to... I wonder how I didn't take any damage there. But yeah, it is a bit difficult to, control this because, well, Raziel actually don't, I control Raziel with the thumbstick, so it's not as accurate as I would love it to be. Like it to be. Because, well, I usually use the D-pad, but not this time because, well, for some reason Dreamcast don't actually wanna use the D-pad. Can I use this special thing here? I can. Cool. And then we go up here. Whoa. Take the spoon. Come on, can I get my sword back? Ah, not quite. Okay, do not fail this. Oh, thank fuck. Yep. Son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch! Oh. And yeah, might as well go to the spirit world because, well, yeah, there's water. And after Rahab, after Rahab we can actually do some of the side, the secret thingies.
Raziel.
Rahab, You have adapted well to your environment, for one so maladjusted.
Do not mock me, Raziel. You of all of us should respect the power bestowed by a limitation overcome. Kain said you would come.
You speak with the murderer?
You would do well to mind your blasphemous tongue.
What more did he tell you?
That you would destroy me.
I will indeed. But tell me, before I tear your soul from its moorings, do you know what we were before Kain spawned us?
Human.
Seraphan Rahab, the antithesis of all we ever believed.
Does it matter? We were lost. He saved us.
Saved us? From what?
From ourselves.
Ominous. Ow. Yeah, this game don't really do boss battles that well. Ow.
Infused with Rahab's soul, you have overcome your former vulnerability to water's touch. Immersion in water will no longer dissolve your physical body, enabling you to swim to areas heretofore beyond your reach.
Awesome. Yay! So yeah, now that we have the swimming ability, we can actually get more upgrades and some of the glyphs or magic or whatever you wanna use. Oh. Though controlling Raziel underwater is a bit wonky.
Beyond the maelstrom of the abyss, a subterranean tunnel leads northward to the clan territory of your brother Dumah. Endowed with Rahab's soul, you may swim to gain entry where your progress was previously impeded.
Let's see, I think there was like some way here that we can break a window or something. I believe there was something like that. Was there a glass window here? No. It was in that other place. I believe it was here. Yeah, this looks like the place. And yeah, there. There was a window here that you can swim up to. Had light or something like that. There it is. Getting the best upgrade for the Wraith Blade. Oh, no, wait. I'm in the wrong place. Hold up. Yeah, this is the place.
This elemental forge is tuned to the Soul Reaver's energy. Once baptized in this primordial flame, the blade may be imbued with fire at any future time.
The fire upgrade is so good as like you can just shoot the telekinesis bolts or whatever, like the projectiles, and you don't even have to go and finish the enemies up, as you can just like, well, you can just shoot once more and the enemies just burst into flames. Like, it's basically just a cheating mode. I think there was one place here where we could go, well, besides this one, the PS1 demo disc section here, maybe? It looks green, so it has to be, oh yeah, this is it. Ow! But yeah, we're not gonna go here just yet. We need to open the door. Hello. Awesome. Awesome. And now we go and get the fire thingy. And then we do this. Awesome. Thank you. And now we go here and give the fire to the whatever that is. Awesome.
Once acquired, these glyphs empower you with elemental lore. Each spell exacts a sacrifice of energy, however. Use them sparingly and wisely.
So pretty much never. Yeah, that's okay. I still prefer the one where Raziel just spins and then does the some kind of a shockwave thingy where the enemies just turn into ice and just break away. Hi, buddy. Oh, you bitch! Yeet! And now I think we should go and get the upgrade from the Zephon's place. Wait, no humans? Oh yeah, I killed them. There we go. And thank you. Then I guess the starting parts of Dumah's area. No, not Dumah's. The Lakaya. Yeah, there's supposed to be one more place, I think. Here's the place. Cool. It's so easy. And yep. There we go. Oh, this part. And the last one. Cool. Let's see, what does it do? Okay, some kind of shockwave. Ooh, health upgrade. Thank you. Let's see, did I miss anything from here? I don't think I did, but could be possible. Huh. Well, let's see. Okay. Okay, I wonder what this does. Okay. That's kinda underwhelming. Oh yeah! There was the thing. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, you bitch! And yay! You know that one place with the boat. Anything in here? And yay! Oh. Okay. Magic increased. And I think we should go and visit one of the more interesting places in the game. And that place is right here. No.
The human citadel. Its towering walls and deep moats engineered to keep Nosgoth's vampire plague at bay.
Mm-hmm.
Though the city was well fortified against vampires, its human architects hadn't considered a breach by a creature such as myself.
Quite so. So yeah, just because we killed that one dude, then pretty much everyone's an enemy here. So now that we're here, might as well just kill everyone. Or some. I managed to be on the human side in the PS1 playthrough of this game. But now, No. No such luck. I remember the first time I played this game, I actually managed to explore the game so much that I got every single place, like, opened. So, yeah. Just thought about sharing that. And now that we covered the human place, we can move on to Dumah's place. Or Dumah's domain, or whatever. And it's the only place in the whole game that has snow.
This city once teemed with the life of my kind. Could it be that other clans had suffered the same fate as mine? In his madness, could Kain spare none of his brood?
It was not Kain, but Dumah's own arrogance that brought the downfall of his clan. These are human weapons, Raziel. Believing themselves invincible, Dumah and his offspring failed to see an attack coming from the least likely assailants. Complacent in their arrogance, they were taken by surprise, allowing the human vampire hunters to decimate their ranks with little resistance. The few that escaped have been reduced to scavengers.
Cool. There's actually a lot of changing between the worlds in this part of the game. I am so sorry for the glitching music. Which is kinda unfortunate because this is one of my favorite musics in the game. If it just would work. Also, just check this out. How strong is Raziel? There's like 4 freaking blocks there. And then just... whatever. Censored. Awesome. And yep. Ah, there we go. Yep. Ah, there we go. Whew. So now we go and meet up with Dumah.
My brother Dumah, a powerful warrior in life. He would have burned with shame to have me find him here like a stuck pig.
This is actually pretty cool. Like, yeah, this whole place. Overall pretty awesome. But there's actually a pretty cool secret here.
Come to save my soul, prodigal brother.
Not to save it, but to take it. Your only salvation is release.
That's so cool.
Unbound at last. I thank you, brother.
Your thanks are premature, Dumah. I have not forgotten whose hands bore me into the abyss.
The centuries in limbo have honed my strength. Not even Kain is my equal.
Even the strongest vampire is vulnerable.
We shall test your thesis, Raziel.
My bloodthirst has been superseded by an even darker hunger. I will consume your soul before this day is done.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's the wrong way. Come on. Follow the leader. Yes. Whoa!
Consuming Dumah's soul empowers you to wind a constricting band of spectral energy around your enemies. This energy manifests itself in both the spectral and material realms. And in the physical world, it can be employed to manipulate otherwise immovable objects.
I am so upset that the music isn't playing like it should be. I know Dreamcast did some changes to audio and all that, but like, still, come on. Soul River didn't take that much disk space. Like, it's overall a quite small filed game, even though it has like a ton of stuff. But yeah, compared to stuff like Tomb Raider or Metal Gear Solid or stuff like that, Soul River was actually like quite small of a game. Even though it has a lot of stuff to do and all that, you know. What do we have here? Whoa! Whoa! That was close. But thanks for the health upgrade.
In the furthermost canyon of Nosgoth's frozen wastes, the hushed silences embrace an ancient enigma. In the bowels of this labyrinth, your master awaits.
Already hour and 40 minutes in the game. Into the game. This might take a while. But yeah, now we just go and beat up Kain and be done with the game. If I take this off, yes, then that'll close. Okay, that's good. Then we'll take this off. We put this in there. We flip this up here. Put this in here. And then we go back and place the other block into the other required place. And then we put this in there. Okay, let's see. There. Whoops. Cool. Oh! That works. Still not enough souls though, but it's fine. Awesome. Whoa! Tried to sneak up on me. Okay then. Yo, if you wanna fight, so be it.
The Oracle's Cave. where Kain's first fateful meeting with Mobius occurred. Mobius played the role of a doddering soothsayer, stirring his pot of visions while dispensing enigmatic predictions to gullible visitors. Underneath the facade was Mobius the Time Streamer, sorcerer of the Circle of Nine, a ruthless manipulator with the power to bend time. Since his murder at Kain's hands centuries ago, these caves have stood vacant, though, like Mobius himself, they are rumored to be only a facade for a much larger, more elaborate complex. I sensed that Kain was here, and at that moment, I would have plumbed the depths of hell to find him.
Mobius, the motherfucking time streamer.
This, I deduced, must be the man himself, the time streamer, Mobius. He seemed not at all the impressive figure I had imagined from Kain's boasted exploits. And yet, even this cold image radiated a certain undeniable power.
There's a lot of these rotation puzzles here. But yeah, the whole place is like, in a weird way, a bit unsettling. There we go. This one I never remember how they went. Oh, okay. I am so fucking dumb. 2 hours, 5 minutes in. I always hear her saying Dumah.
My arrival in this miserable age. What trickery is this?
It is no illusion, Raziel, but a glimpse into the currents of time itself.
This is actually kind of creepy. Actually, we don't need this, so...
These apparitions torment me. Has this all been foretold?
Those sounds are the things that creep me out the most. Just like demonic growls and whispers and screams and such, like, it's freaky, but I kinda like it.
Impossible! This must be one of Kain's deceptions. My mind reels with conflict. Does Kain await me moments from now? Or in some century yet to come?
I'm just gonna keep quiet because I want you all to absorb the atmosphere.
This cannot be. What madness does this scene portend? Kain must think me credulous to suffer these lies. Is this phantasm a conjuration of my mind, or an echo of future events?
If I can get the Soul River 2 running properly, then I will make a playthrough of that as well. Because that game picks up right like at the that game starts right from the moment where this game ends.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers? Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss? No. I had faith in you. In your ability to hate. In your self-righteous indignation. Lies. You cannot have foreseen all of this. Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never have contained such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Gazing out across the plains of possibility, do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. And that is why, when I must sacrifice my children to the void, I can do so with a clear heart.
Very poetic, Kain. But in the end, you offer no more than a convenient rationalization for your crimes.
These chambers offer insight for those patient enough to look. In your haste to find me, perhaps you have not gazed deeply enough. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine a millennium ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. We are compelled ineluctably down preordained paths. Free will is an illusion.
I have been to the tomb of Seraphan, Kain. Your dirty secret is exposed. How could you transform a Seraphan priest into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Can you grasp the absurd beauty of the paradox? We're the same. Seraphan and vampire.
With our holy wars, our obsession with Nosgoth's domination, who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil? I will not applaud your clever blasphemy. The Seraphan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past,
But you know nothing of it.
you think the Seraphan were noble.
Altruistic?
Don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
You are lost in a maze of moral relativism, Kain. These apparitions and portents. What game are you playing now?
Destiny is a game,
Is it not?
and now, you await my latest move.
Okay. Ah, son of a... Oh, there. Oh. Ah. Okay, so it's the same place every time. Just kind of have to guess.
You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Be warned, Raziel. Once you cross this threshold, you are beyond my influence.
Raziel, Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah, welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. Where time is but a loop, a loose stitch in the universal cloth. A streamer might seize upon a chance, a fatal slip, and plunge the fate of planets into chaos.